I would definitely say that this year Miss International is actually really too close for comfort, because we just finished up with Miss Earth. By the way, I will change that picture in a timely fashion. I'm just going to wait for Miss International to be crowned first, because I cannot be bothered to print out things 1-1-1-1. Anyway, in this video we are talking about my early top 15 prediction for Miss International 2022. It might not be a top 15. I know that in 2019 it was in fact a top 15 broken down into different sections. I'm going to be following the same format for my early prediction today. The girls have already arrived in Japan, which I'm so excited about. It's been so much fun just to see how my country's girls especially are faring so far, especially my home country Namibia. She's been having so much fun, and I'm very excited for Miss International because recently at Miss Earth, Namibia actually got its very first placement in a major international pageant, you know, from the Miss Namibia organization and camp since 2010. So I'm very excited to see how Miss International will be doing, although she is not laboring under the Miss Namibia organization. I'm excited to see how Miss International 2022 will pan out. There are some amazing women. So starting off my top 15 prediction for Miss International 2022, I have my home country Namibia. Namibia is being represented by 24-year-old nursing student ERIKA KAZOMBARURU. I have high hopes for Namibia at Miss International this year. Because I have met this woman on some occasions, and I do think that she is actually quite striking, and I do think that she might make an impact on the judges as well as the organization itself. And I do know, and I have been noticing, that other people also see that in her and also consider her an early standout. At number 14 so far, I have Poland's SYLWIA STASINSKA, and she is 24-year-old and also a law student, which is very impressive. At number 13, I have my other home country, actually my birth country, South Africa, which is being represented by the gorgeous FERINI DAYAL, who is 28 years old and a doctor. Very impressive. FERINI also tried to compete at Miss South Africa, I think once or twice, and made the semi-finals. At number 12, I have this beautiful redhead. ADELA is her name, and she's 23 and a high school teacher, which is very interesting. I know that this woman has made a great impact on people all over the world as well. At number 11, I have a big fan favorite, France, Maya Albert, who is 25 years old and an entrepreneur. I know that there are so many people a bit on the fence about France, but then there are also so many people who literally have her in their top 5 and as their winner. So France is a contrasting contestant at this year's competition. Then at number 10, I am happy to report I have another African country, Cape Verde, STEPHANY, AMADO, who is 23 years old and a medical interpreter. This woman is also very stunning and striking. At number 9, just before we get into the top 8, I have India's ZOYA AFROZ, who is 28 and an actress. And truthfully guys, making this list was so difficult because I only have 15 spots, and just picking and choosing between the women and deciding who was going to place top 8, who was going to place top 5, literally an impossible task. So I think that a lot of these women who I have placed outside of the top 8 could easily get into the top 8 as well. At number 8, I have Colombia's NATALIA Lopez Cardona, who is 23 and again a law student, very impressive. At number 7, I have Vietnam. She is a news reporter and also 24 years old. At number 6, I have ISBEL PARRA from Venezuela, who is a gymnastics coach. Very original. I don't think I've ever actually encountered a gymnastics coach during my years following pageantry before. Maybe I just forgot. She's also 28 years old. And then guys, we have to get into the top 5 now. It came so quickly because, again, only having a top 15, I don't know how Miss International does it. It's literally an impossible task. I can still get my head around a top 20 because, you know, there are usually, out of the 80 something girls that compete, there are usually about more or less 20 real standouts that you can really see, but only 15. Oh, some difficult decisions had to be made. So in my top 5, at number 5, I have Mexico's YURIDIA DURAN, who is 23 and an odontology student. And at number 4, I have Dominican Republic's CELINEE Santos Frias, who is 22 years old and also a law student. So far we have 3 law students in Poland as well as Colombia and also Dominican Republic. A very, very, very interesting and intelligent group of ladies that we have this year. And then at number 3, also equally impressive, we have a doctor, another doctor on the list, Indonesia, Cindy May Maguire, who is 26 years old. And guys, at number 2, as my first runner-up, I am happy to report that I actually have an actress/model, Peru's Tatiana Calmel, who is 23 years old. I just think that this woman is just, she's everything. She is just so gorgeous. And then at number 1, guys, my winner for Miss International 2022 thus far is Hannah Arnold from the Philippines, who is 26 years old. She is technically a model, but she is also technically a forensic scientist by profession, which is very impressive. But honestly, even sitting here, I have to follow Miss International and see how these women are and see how they compete with each other. It's been so long since we've had a Miss International, so I'm excited to get back into the sort of Miss International groove. Miss International is a pretty well respected pageant. I mean, come on, they were only established 8 years after Miss Universe, 9 years after Miss World, so it's not like they were established yesterday. This is a old pageant worthy of our respect, and we must respect our elders. And so I will be following Miss International diligently and with interest, and I hope you do the same. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please let me know your thoughts on my early favorites, my early prediction in the comments down below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.